The WWE is entering a new era with Netflix. Paul Heyman wants to embrace the change. The first episode of WWE Raw on Netflix January 6 was, in the words of a top executive at the company, perhaps the most important episode of the show's 32-year history. The WWE inked a 10-year $5 billion deal with a global streaming giant last year, and the episode was meant to be a grand introduction to the platform, with Netflix stars and executives in the crowd, and an opening monologue from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And for the very first WWE match on Netflix, the company delivered a payoff for fans, and a storyline that it hoped would introduce the stakes at play to the new Netflix audience. Roman Reigns, the six-time former WWE champion and founder of the Bloodline, had been banished from the faction he founded, with his rival Solo Sikoa assuming control. Their rivalry had been boiling over for months. Normally, it would culminate in a main event at a WWE flagship, like WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Instead, they settled their score at the very beginning of the Netflix era. And when Reigns entered the Intuit Dome that Monday evening, he was flanked by his wise man, the manager Paul Heyman. Clad in a tailored suit, Heyman grasped his hands as in prayer next to the ring, facing Reigns as though he was a god. Pat McAfee, the sports host and WWE commentator, set the scene as Reigns entered the ring flanked by Paul Heyman, greatest manager in the history of the business. McAfee told the streaming audience at home. Billions at the box office under his leadership and counsel. In a brutal extended match, Reigns defeated Sikoa, regaining the title of Tribal Chief, and just like that, the Netflix era was officially underway, with a match engineered by Heyman and the WWE creative team. Before COVID, it was a boutique industry. It was niche, it was a guilty pleasure, and then it became a multi-billion-dollar guilty pleasure and a multi-billion-dollar boutique industry. And now, with the distribution on Netflix, it's no longer boutique, now it's certified Main Street, says Heyman. Or as Paul Triple H Levesque, the chief creative officer for the WWE, says, there's no saying among kids ABC and chill. Netflix and chill is a thing. It's because that's where they are, and it's great for us to be in that environment with these young folks and continue to grow the business in that direction, Levesque adds. Making the WWE relevant to young audiences is an obsession for the company, per multiple industry sources. It's a dynamic similar to professional sports leagues. Cash from TV and streaming deals is great, but if what you produce doesn't matter to the next generation, there is an expiration date.